Alrighty guys, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good weekend. I'm excited for next week. So in this video, I might talk about a few things, but ultimately what I want to focus on is how we're going to game the market. And just with the God Pill viewers, we are going to win money every single day until and put our profits into Mullen until Mullen finally squeezes. Mullen's so close right now, they can't dilute very many more shares at these prices. And so we will be going up soon, and I just want to make it happen as fast as humanly possible. And so I'm going to show you how you can join with me and participate. So I appreciate you watching. I assure you, you will not find this information anywhere else. I'm the only one telling you what you need to know. I've been saying that for a long time. I've been saying I'm the only one that tells it like it is for a long time. Especially when GameStop started back in January 2021. I got into it February, hit big, got a little too bullish on AMC. Led people all the way to the squeeze, and then I lost all my money on options the week before it closed. That is what it is. Everything's fine. Thank God for Mullen. But I want to show you guys, if you already have options trading ability and knowledge, this is going to make a lot of sense. And you should be able to do really, really well with this. And all I ask is that when you win, take some of your profits and buy more Mullen shares. That's all I ask. So, a couple things to look at in here. I bought some QQQ puts at 253. That's pretty deep out of the money, maybe a little bit more than I should have gone. In the other account, I bought 273 puts, and then I also bought a couple Tesla puts way out of the money. And the reason I bought these was just because of Elon Musk. Well, first I thought I just feel like we're still like crashing, but then like when Elon Musk, when his stock started going way up, Tesla started going way up, he was tweeting like, oh yeah, the stock price seems really high, like basically sounding like discouraging of don't buy it. And then it went way, way higher. And so now he's talking about how Tesla's long-term profit potential and stock potential are through the roof, higher than any other company, he says. So now it sounds like he's actually trying to pump his stock. And that tells me that he's probably a little bit worried about what's to come. I don't know if people realize, but they like Tesla coming out of the ESG S&P 500 index, which is supposed to be like the environmentally friendly index. That's a big deal. Not necessarily because of the deep state hating him or whatever you want to call it, the people in the investment world saying you're not good Elon, so we're going to fight against you. Like, that is what it is. Everybody's always fighting everybody. But for me, the reason it's important is because that brought a liquidity pool that was much more powerful and strong than just being another stock on the market. And so I'm not going to lie to you. I could see Tesla dropping to $100 billion market cap, which would be like $100 or $150 stock price. So, like, that's kind of a YOLO thing. But basically, I got the 273 puts here. I'm hoping, so let's go back here. I am hoping that we are going to see a drop in the QQQ like we haven't seen in a long time. Let's go here. So if you look at these W's, basically after each W it drops, and the bigger the W, the bigger the drop so far. And now we got a big W, and so I'm hoping for a 15 to 20% drop in the next week. And if that happens, then I will turn roughly $500-600 into probably, I don't know, maybe $15,000-20,000 if I'm lucky. $10,000 if I'm being too bullish right now with the 15 to 20,000. I'll still make 10,000. And then from there, I'm going to start doing multiple things. So first, if it drops like I'm expecting it to drop, then I'm going to play that it's going to do another W. So I'm going to basically, one thing I want to talk about that I haven't mentioned yet, which I was going to mention in the beginning, if this happens, what I'm showing you right here, if this happens, I'm probably going to be starting my live streams again, and I'll be live streaming while the market is open, preferably Monday through Friday. But it's really going to depend on how much I make. I need an account to be over $25,000 to really play it the daily way. Otherwise, I'll just play, like, I'll just make videos showing you guys the the calls or the puts that I'm playing on the QQQ. Every day before the market closes, I'll make another video explaining what I'm doing. But if I do get the crash, if Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday pay me off beautifully, I'm going to take some big profits out of those puts, and I'm going to play the W's, and then I'm also going to day trade the QQQ. And it will make a lot of money, people. And I want you guys to do it with me, and I want you to make a lot of money as well. And so basically, if you have an options account, you need to upgrade it to the maximum account, and then you need to have at least $25,000 to be able to trade more than 3 trades a week. And that means close out positions. You can always buy more calls, but if you close out more than 3 positions of your call options in 1 week, they're going to freeze your account to where you can no longer buy or sell options. And so I don't want to get in that position. And so hopefully I make enough money right here where I get over that $25,000 limit. If not, maybe I can go raise a little bit more capital, especially if I get really close to a $25,000 limit with these put options. But basically, what we're going to start doing, I'm going to teach you guys a little something about options today. So this option expires on Tuesday. So that means all this theta that we're looking at. So this is at the money value right here. So it's $2.40 for at the money. Now, because it's at $309, 1% movement is roughly $3. So I want you to look at something real quick. So $3 movement would be 310, 311, 312. So basically, if I came in and bought, like if the market opens up flat on Tuesday at 309, and I come in and I buy a $312 call option that expires on Tuesday as well, and the QQQ goes up 1%, roughly your $1.50 will grow into the $2.96 because it moved $3. And so basically you just take the price of where you're currently at, and then you count the $3 up, and that's the price that you can expect your option to be worth. Now, it's a little bit more, especially with just a 1% movement, but you can basically count on that. So meaning, if it opens at 309, I buy the 312 at the $1.50, $150 for one contract, and it goes up 1%, well, it's going to be worth $3, which is $300. And so basically, I will have made 100% on my money. Now, that's a pretty good ROI for a 1% move. Now, look at this. If I come in and I buy a call option at 317 and there's 28 cents for a contract, so roughly 30 cents a contract, well, now I only need a $2 movement to 100% my money. If we go a $3 movement, I 150% my money. And basically the idea is the deeper out of the money you buy, the same amount of movement is going to pay more typically. But when you're on 1 day to expire options, you don't want to get too deep out of the money, just because, I mean, if it moves in your direction, you'll be great. But like when I come and buy this guy, every hour it's losing 20% of its value if it's not moving in my direction. So the theta hits you really, really quick. And so honestly, I'd probably come in here around the 62 cents, maybe the 85 cents. But if I do the 85 cents, 1, 2, 3 would be $1.92. And that's well over 100% on your money. And so that's nice. You won't always have a 1 day to expire option to play. So typically options will expire Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So if you're on a Tuesday open, the closest to expire would be a Wednesday to expire. And so this is what the theta would look like on that. And so instead of playing a 1 day to expire option, you can come here and you can come and let's just say I come here at 62 cents. 1, 2, 3. I'm still making over 100% on my money. Okay? And so think about this for a second. So let's just say that I make $10,000 on my puts. I got the $25,000 that I need in the account. And so now I can start playing this way. Well, basically, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 50% of my money, and I'm going to play the W's that I'm expecting. So I'm expecting a big crash and another W. And I'm going to put, of that 50% of my money, I'm going to put like 75% of it on the way that I think it's going to go to match the W. And then the other 25%, I'm going to put on the opposite direction. And if the 25% ever pays enough to equal the amount that I'm betting on which way I think it's going to go, I'm just going to take all those profits, and now I got a free ride. On the ones that I'm playing, the W's, where I think it's going to move this way, I'm expecting big movements, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10% movements over the course of a couple days at a time. And so I'm going to play deeper theta as well. I'm not going to do 1 day to expire or 2 days to expire. I'm going to do 2 weeks to expire on those all the time. And every time they take profits, every time they make profits, I'm going to cash those profits. I'm going to start betting the other direction. And that's what I'm going to do with half the money. Now, the other half of the money, I'm going to do day trading like I'm showing you here. If you guys watch the tickers like I do, if you guys watch the indexes like I do, how many times do you see it go up 1%, down 1%, down 1%, up 1%, down 1%? Well, if you could be making 100 to 200% on your money on every single one of those moves, playing both sides, and every time one side's hit, you start taking some profits and start betting on the other side while leaving some on that other side as well. So like if it goes up 200%, then I'm going to take out probably the 200%, throw 100% of that it's going to go the other direction, let the other original investment stay there, and see if that keeps running. And if it keeps running, like basically the idea is on some of these market days, you could hit 100% on your money 10 to 15 different times. And that's what I'm trying to do here. And so with 50% of the money, I'm going to be playing it this way. And as long as the market's moving up and down, up and or down, then I'm going to be making money. If the market trades sideways, then I won't make any money. But if you've been watching, the market ain't trading sideways. The market is moving. Like, I should have been doing this 3 weeks ago, but I still am so gung-ho on Mullen. But I really thought we were going to squeeze much, much faster. I really thought people would spread the word much better than they have. I appreciate everyone that has invested in Mullen so far. I know we have a lot of investors. I know we bought over 300 million shares, and I know we are going to squeeze. But this is how we're going to do it faster. Like, hopefully we just squeeze on Tuesday, and I just totally forget about all of this. But if we don't squeeze on Tuesday, then every single day, at the end of the day, I'm going to be adding to my Mullen profits, adding to my Mullen stock. So I'm going to be taking the profits I make from the options, and I'm going to put it into my Mullen stock. And I'm going to constantly add positions to my 2-week positions where I'm playing the W's. I'm going to constantly be playing the dailies. And then every time I'm making money, I'm going to be constantly buying more Mullen stock. And I'm going to be live streaming all of this. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. I'm going to have my phone available. I'm going to have a phone number available you can call in at. I'm going to be taking questions. I'm going to be doing some, basically with the W's and the big drops that we're seeing every time. I'm going to be calculating the first one, the second one, the third one. And then hopefully this fourth one starts right now. But basically, I'm going to be, they've been getting bigger and bigger as we go. So I'm going to show you how I can add up what they've done so far in each separate cycle. And then show you what we can expect for the next cycle. And man, I really hope that I'm right about those puts. I really hope we drop 15% next week in the indexes. Because if that happens, then all of this gets to happen right away, no questions asked. And if all of this happens and you guys see me turning a couple $1,000s on each side of the position into $10,000 of profits every single day of just day trading, swing trading the options on the indexes. Hopefully that will motivate you to do the same thing. Turn a little bit of money into a lot of bit of money. Add to your Mullen position every day that you can. And eventually we squeeze in Mullen and we make millions and millions of dollars. And then people know what's up. And people will know that this channel's the real channel. This information's the real information. I'm the only one that wants what's best for every average ordinary person out there, and willing to give you everything that I can find that I believe to be true. I hold nothing back for myself, and I'm excited about it, people. What else? Yeah, so as far as the live trading or live streaming goes, let's wait till probably Thursday-ish. So like if you see Tuesday drop, a big drop, I'll make a video. I'll show you the profits in my put so far. If Wednesday drops again, I'll do the same thing. If Thursday like rebounds, then I'll probably wait till Friday for another drop. But hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday drop, and then Friday's the rebound. That would be nice. But basically, I'm going to, as soon as we get some resolution on these puts that I just played, that's when we can expect the live streaming to start. And if nothing else, I promise you it'll be entertaining. That's for sure. If you go on like Twitter and you search the God Pill, all one word, you'll find a lot of comments about, not a lot of comments, but you'll find comments about me. Some of them saying that I speak truth to power. Some of them are saying that I'm a crazy psychotic person. Some of them saying that, I don't know, that I'm stupid or whatever. But there's a lot of hate for me out there. That's fine. There was a lot of drama that went down with the GME and AMC stuff. Like, I mean, if you guys don't know that all the other YouTubers that you guys watch and listen to, if you don't know that they are actively working against you, like, it's just because you don't got the experience. Now, that's the thing. Like, I have said a lot of things in my YouTube channel that I today would not agree with, but it wasn't out of bad intent. It was out of lack of experience. And after finally getting through GME and the AMC and many, many other things in my life, lacking experience is no longer something I deal with. Especially in this world. There's nobody that can talk stocks, options, squeezes, anything like that. Nobody in this world that can talk it better than I can. At least not willingly. A lot of people out there probably know most of what I know, and they've known it for a very long time, and they probably spend a lot of money to keep you from knowing it. But I figured this out just by watching it all and seeing it happen in the past, and now we're here. And everything that I've said is going to be eventually true, especially with the Mullen stuff. Like, I might have been wrong on some dates, and I might have been wrong on some directions of where I thought the stock price was going in a week. But in the end, when Mullen does squeeze, again, nobody's going to, I'm sure my haters will love to go back to the videos and say, oh, I was calling it for 3 weeks, so it doesn't, or 3 months, so it doesn't count that it finally happens, when, no other stock squeeze, and Mullen squeeze is better than every other stock. Obviously, their argument's going to be pretty lame and pretty weak. Because if you have just a little bit of faith and you can hold for a little bit longer, you're about to make a lot of money regardless what price you bought. And hopefully you're still buying and averaging down, because just about everybody, whether they listen to me or not, bought in at a price above $1. I was telling people to buy back when it was at 72 cents early March. And so I was telling people to YOLO at 72 cents, to be clear. We never hit that low, and I don't think we will. So the fact that I keep telling people to buy after that, that's that's a good thing. Like, that's me showing character. Like, that's me taking the risk of being wrong, but standing up for all the people that have already listened to me. Like, I'm here for all the people that have bought into Mullen as much as I'm here for myself. Now, that's a whole nother thing. Like, do I want money? Absolutely. Do I not want to have to go to work every day, which starts on Monday for me? Absolutely. You better believe that I do not want to work every single day. Like, I don't want to work a job ever. Like, I want to build, I want to create, I want to change the world. That's what I want to do. So, do I want the money? Yes, I want the money. Have I sacrificed money for the greater good in my mind? Absolutely. AMC on a level that probably nobody can understand. So, like, when I told you that AMC, my options expired the week before the squeeze, what I didn't tell you is that I put $10,000 in on the day of same day expiration, that Friday, before the week squeeze, the next week squeeze. So basically, it was Friday, the market was about to close, and I bet on all 0 day to expire options with my last $10,000, yelling at my freaking YouTube saying, you guys got to throw all your money in on the next week to expire. And I just thought people might get motivated or something. I don't know exactly what I thought, but yeah, I was going through a lot back then. But things are good now, and things have always been good. It looks like a lot of people think I had a psychotic break. I mean, people have been saying that to me since I was in elementary school, but I just got standards, people. Like, I got faith, I got hope, I got dreams, and I got standards. And unfortunately, it feels most of the time that I'm the only one that lives up to them. And I take things to a whole nother level. And a lot of people can't understand it. And sometimes, like, when I'm thinking about why I do these things, it makes me very angry. Like, when I think about COVID and the lockdowns, and when I think about the politicians and then the billionaires and then them fighting with each other, when really the billionaires are the ones that paid for the politicians, and like the news and how they all just make you want to fight and nobody ever has solutions, even though solutions are everywhere. And like nobody wants to improve on anything that out there that people are making money, they never improve it. They give you the new they give you a new cell phone every year, but they just make the phone camera a little bit better instead of just making it as best as it can be right away. It's because it's the world we live in is designed to create something that doesn't last, and then be able to create something better that gives like old customers a reason to buy something new. And I hate all of it. I despise it. I want to perfect everything, make it perfect, and then give it to the people. I don't want and then you go beyond that, you look at the r/Reddit, the anti-work movement, all that stuff. Like, I relate a lot with those people, even though most of them are garbage human beings. Like, they're people that have no experience, have never done anything good for anybody, always complain and never work hard and never learned a skill and never tried to make it on their own and all these other things. Like, a lot of them just want to leech and want free stuff and all this other garbage. How do I put this? I don't hate them. I think they're weak for sure. But at the same time, like, the day those people no longer have to struggle is the day the world has peace, and there is no more mass shootings. There is no more burglary or theft or any of the garbage we have to deal with. Like, maybe here and there, and it's sporadic, and like so many people are doing so well in life that when they see people in pain and struggling, like, the reaction is, how do we help you, not how do we destroy you and make sure you never hurt someone again. Like, that's the world I'm striving for. And so I look around and I see every rich person just totally ignoring all the things that they could be doing to make this world a better place. I've created several things that makes this world a better place that is not being mass utilized today. I've built a roofing company and worked super hard and learned how to both work with my hands but also build a business and all that good stuff. And it's been fun and all, but it's not something that I'll do for the rest of my life. Like, it doesn't change anything. I'm here to change the world, and I do not change the world by making myself rich and then just disappearing. I mean, if I wanted to just go and make $250,000 a year roofing and then save $100,000 every single year for the next 20 years and just buy indexes with every $100,000, and then eventually 20 years from now I have $10 million to retire, like, that's totally something I've thought about doing for the last 5 years. I mean, when I started my roofing company, that was kind of in my head, but like, I also wanted to just like take that roofing company and jump to the next level. Didn't work out exactly how I thought it would. But I'm here now and I love where I'm at, so I can't complain. Even though I've never been poorer in my life. Well, I mean, when I got out of high school, I was as poor as you could be. But after I started making some money, I never really got poor again until AMC, really. GME AMC thing. Well, I guess 6 months before then. But things are looking up now. And I'm here to help everybody. So you can hate me, you can get mad that I get mad, but like, without that true, genuine passion and energy that is built up in my heart from all the experience that I have, which is a shit ton of experience. I've lived in 8 different states at 6 months at a time in each one. I mean, I've been everywhere, people. And I've seen everything, and I've questioned every person. Like, I for the first 10 years of my life, I was looking for everybody to freaking, who's going to be the guy that I follow, and I'm going to help this guy take over the world because, like, I can work hard, I can do anything, I can learn anything, but I just didn't feel like I had that X factor, like being able to talk, being able to go on live streams, like all that stuff used to make me really nervous. Does it now? Maybe sometimes, like, depending on the situation. I still get nervous, of course, but I know so much now. I've learned so much. I've experienced so much. I can answer any question with the story of a story of a story. And yeah. So again, a lot of this, Mullen, about the money. I do want the money. I won't lie to you. But you better believe that money is not my number one motivator. Money's never been my number one motivator. Changing this world into a better place has always been my number one motivator. And yeah, man, it makes me angry sometimes with how long this is taking and how long it's taken. Like, I mean, I feel like the same energy that you're hearing now, like, this is how I've been thinking for 9-10 years right now. 23 years old was when I first found out that, like, buying indexes and options instead of just stock on the S&P 500, you can completely change the scope of what a retirement plan looks like and 10x your retirement plan. And I discovered it. I did so much data to prove it and paid a lot of money too. And none of it mattered. Like, I mean, it matters. Like, it should be being number one investment vehicle in the world today. It should be. But it's not, because the world suppresses it, just like they suppress anything that's good. Anything that actually helps people and takes away power from the rich, you better believe that they suppress it. And so, yeah. When I do these live streams, like, you should probably be prepared for me to be a little bit angry sometimes, especially when I'm taking phone calls. And, like, if you guys don't think that there are people getting paid out there to bother me or other people that tell good things and truth, I promise you there are. If you would have seen the hate that I was getting on AMC when I was telling people I was going to squeeze every day from the end of February all the way to May 20th when it finally squoze of 2021, every single day I was telling people I was going to squeeze, and people, like, I was getting more hate than you could imagine. But it wasn't genuine. Like, these are people that are paid shills, guaranteed paid to bother and cause doubt and spread FUD. Maybe some of them are just stupid people that don't have faith and don't believe in anything. That's definitely possible. But yeah, I mean, even right now, every YouTube video that I make and I upload, I have to almost